fray, its lands rent by tooth and claw.
Are you all right?
I can look after myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that fate.
The hour is come, creature. It's all or nothing.
The stage is set, but will our hero deign to play their part?
You took your time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh. I knew it. This star still has secrets to tell. Take care, my friend.
So, Charlian would keep its counsel while the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Past the far edge of fate. Green blades dark and light. Tolling the coming of the end.
Yeah, M itself said it first, right? The coming of the end. We're on the home stretch now, folks. Hey everyone, welcome back to what is probably going to be the final set of episodes. I would say the final episode, but I know it's going to take more than 2 hours, obviously. So, the final set of episodes for Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. And for this marathon. This 9-month-long marathon. It's finally coming to an end. Nine going on 10. And it's... well, it's here. The final day. Maybe that's what I should have titled my stream for this one, right? The final day. God damn, I can't believe I actually saw the whole thing through. And I'll be the first one to say, there was a few times where I almost dropped out of it. But I saw it through the end. Those words kept ringing in my ears. Some advice I heard that said, finish what you start. So, here we are. Finishing what I started. A little lullaby next to me reading a book. Not just finishing what I started, finishing what we started. We meaning those of you who stuck with me for the entire marathon from beginning to end. Whoever came across... oh, look at that! It's 4:20 p.m. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. But yeah, for anyone who actually stumbled across my little archive on YouTube, my little corner of YouTube, thank you very much. If you actually decided to watch every single video of this marathon that I decided to post, I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Now let's finish this, shall we? Alright. Let's go clean up those quests from earlier. Over here, right? Not that. Damn it, I'll have to do it when I get there. That adventure plate thing has trolled the hell out of me. Oh shit! We still got the hype-ass we can do this final battle leading up to music. I don't know what to call it. It's still going. Alright, Tatsusaku, what's up? Harbinger of Breath. This salted Divnaran cod. Yeah, we read that before. The end now looms large, its shadow growing longer and more inescapable with each passing day. Hold on, I just got a phone call. What a way to start, huh? Any lip readers out there can try to decipher what the hell I said, but... So I said, the end now looms large. Yes, that's why I titled my stream as much. I can feel it. I'm close to the end, and I'm probably going to finish this today now. So I'm probably going to stay up past my bedtime, but nevertheless, I'm feeling like I'm going to finish it today. The end now looms large, its shadow growing longer and more inescapable with each passing day. We must use what little time we have today to think of tomorrow, and the eventuality of a new life on the lunar surface. Aye, we may soon find ourselves pioneering that rugged, hitherto unknown terrain. And to do that, we must prepare, and prepare well. As I understand it, you have first-hand experience with that vast emptiness. Perhaps then you would be willing to lend us a hand? If you are able, I would ask that you slay a center Anila from its carcass, retrieve for us its core. I feel like there should have been a comma there. If you are able, I would ask that you slay a center Anila from its carcass, retrieve for us its core. So let's say you. Can you help us? You will? That is most heartening news. On behalf of all those who will someday step bravely into that barren, unforgiving land, I thank you. Relax, I've been to the moon's surface. It's not that unforgiving of you. As you might think, thanks to the Loporis. They made it quite hospitable. But yes, obviously, its majesty won't compare to what we've come to know here. For the record, behold, my masterwork! Each and every record stored within this wall organized by subject, then title, color, and finally odor. None shall ever struggle to find the resources they seek with this system. Now, if only my colleagues were so scrupulous. Alas, I find myself missing several items from the catalog that ought to be filled here with the rest of the documentation for the Aetioscope and our moon-bound vessel. Will you aid me in completing my magnum opus by locating them? Sure. You will need to search the archives for 2 parts of a manuscript entitled The Aetioscope, a Historical Lens. Do not count on their both being in the same place, and the Starfaring Ark construction records. I do not mind if you stop to read them, Thaliak knows you will find them enlightening, so long as you return by the time I have finished sense-checking this last row. I don't know how well that's actually gonna work. Like, people have to memorize what odor means what. Excuse me. Damn it. Every fucking time, dude. It's like, I never get used to sneeze like that when I'm talking unless I'm streaming. I swear to God. Prove the Aetioscope a historical lens too? What was the first one? But yeah, sure. Knowledge of the events Heidelin foretold had the potential to shatter world order. Thus did the Forum elect to construct a means more secure than the Anti-Tower for a future exchange with her, beneath the nation's very foundations. Excavation of Labyrinthos began in secret. Thence did we locate the veil between physical and ethereal and construct a finely attuned lens by which to penetrate it, the Aetioscope. The first one. Perhaps the greatest secret our forebears uncovered was that of the requisite conditions for conversing with the will of the star. First, the individual acting as intermediary must be possessed of the rare ability to hear her voice. Additionally, they must position themselves in the liminal space between physical and ethereal. One second, Marvin. This will probably be number 3. No. Starfaring Ark construction records. Use of the facility known as the Aetioscope has granted us both the wisdom and determination to solidify our plans and convert construction of the Ark that will transport us to the heavens has begun. Covert construction, excuse me. The Elogan Empire built similar starfaring vessels, notably the Lesser Moon Dalamud, as well as its Ragnarok-class internment hulks and Heimdall-class surveillance satellite. Theirs was the most technologically advanced civilization in recorded history. Excuse me, and we fully intend to utilize any knowledge we can glean of their techniques to the utmost. Well, fuck it. Let's see what she has to say first. Cooler than being cool. The giant popoto pancakes. Giant popotos are mashed, mixed with eggs, and cooked to create these light and fluffy treats. Oh, hello there. Let me guess. You're an adventurer? A mercenary for hire, willing to stand against any beast so long as the reward is commensurate? Well, then I've the job for you and a prize to match. I'm in need of 2 rather unique crystals which can be obtained from Somus, ice giants of fierce repute. You'll find the frigid fiends lumbering about southeast of here, so if you wouldn't mind. Ah, I do love the smell of aging parchment in the morning. Did you find the documents? Got them right here. First part of a manuscript regarding the construction of Charlene's great device for peering into the ethereal sea. The second part, that's the same thing. And an account of the process of building Charlene's starship. Gonna be named Cobra. Truth be told, I am surprised that you found all 3 in this mess of an archive. Surprised yet grateful. Didn't load up as fast as I wanted it to. As I presume you will have read, 'tis only through momentous efforts by our predecessors that we stand here today. I am honored to carry on their legacy and plan to do my utmost to see the Ark take to the sky. Yet to ensure the chronicles of these deeds are accessible is no less important a task. Indeed, now that they are no longer confidential, I am certain that historians and laymen alike can benefit from the perspectives they provide. That is why every record must be kept in its proper place, and thanks to you, they will be. Happy to be of service, my friend. Fuck, we got 2 directions. Whatever. Oh, might as well turn it in. You've returned, and far sooner than I had anticipated. So tell me, have you the core for which I asked? Right here. A Mila core. Here you go. Well done. With this, we shall be one step closer to the fruition of our plan. All thanks to you, of course. Happy to be of service. The Lobrits claim that not all of the lunar surface can support life as we understand it. Rather, only certain pockets can be considered hospitable, such as southern Mare Lamentorum. If we are to explore beyond the reaches of said safe areas, we will need a method by which we can survive those inimical wastelands for more than a few paltry moments. Fortunately, we are researching one such method as we speak. It involves the storage of air, which is sadly absent up there, compressed into a wearable device which can purify the air expelled by its owner. The core you brought us will be a central component in its development. It will take some time before our research comes to anything, but rest assured we will see it done. And once we have, you will have the honor of knowing you've assisted us in making history. But since that's hardly helpful to you now here, a reward for your efforts. I read that a little wrong. Only the area I was in, then. The rest of the moon is inaccessible without a spacesuit with an oxygen tank, basically. Or rather, the ability to, again, like you said, purify the same air we exhale, turning it back into oxygen. I wonder if that's how astronaut suits work. Or did they just use an oxygen tank like, scuba divers? I doubt it, though. Because where would the air go? If the air's not being expelled into outer space whenever they exhale. Like, there would be too much pressure, you wouldn't be able to actually... It wouldn't be able to move inside the suit. I don't know. It's beyond my ken. I didn't study enough physics to know that. Only the basic courses. One more asshole. But yeah, so my thinking was they probably can't make spacesuits so that they're open at all, even to expel air that they've already exhaled or whatever. So I'm guessing they probably do use some kind of recycling system for the air. Still in one piece, are you? Very good. Now have you the crystals? Yes. 2 of them. Given the somewhat frigid physique, it is somewhat difficult to distinguish between the parts that are ice crystals and those that are merely ice. Here you go. Yes, exactly what I was looking for. Excellent work. I see that glint in your eyes. You wish to know how I mean to use them, don't you? And allow me to satisfy your curiosity. As you know, Koppel and his fellow fools have seen fit to amplify fire-aspected ether using the reactor. Yeah? Abnormal heat signals have been detected in a portion of the ether conductor running beneath our feet. These ice crystals can counteract these undue temperature spikes by forcibly cooling the affected areas. But enough about me and my woes. You have more than earned your reward, adventurer. Should I need any assistance in the future, I will be sure to call upon you and your expertise. Alright. Well, off we go then. Why does that cancel it? Like, me pushing the button to save the gear set could have canceled a teleport. It's like, what the fuck? Aha! I've been expecting you! Hey, Ochika. I heard about your foray into the Ethereal Sea. The students have ventured far and wide, but never quite so deep as that. Are you experiencing any after effects from your prolonged exposure? Nausea? Dizziness? Hauntings? Well, have a pleasant sleep, and if you do experience any unusual phenomena, please let me know. I shall add it to our records. Okay. Fair enough. Her children, one and all. Rest in peace, Mother Heidelin. Mother Bana. We'll be sorely missed. And we finally earned ourselves a good night's sleep, huh? Well, this reminds me of that night in Shadowbringers when somebody came knocking on our door. Except we're actually sleeping this time. No insomnia.
There you are. Some time, indeed, yes. For you, at least. Believe me, I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are, drifting along instead. Well, well, you too. And so we remain, to watch and wonder. Yes, indeed. To begin, we first must see the end.
The picture we saw in the very first quest, the first ship to sail. The very first quest for Endwalker. Nice talk, Islodeus. Nice talk. Fast within your arms. Fast asleep. I like that. Oh, that was a good night's sleep. Now what? I see Kyle and Tatara already waiting for me here. A great many of the helping hands that delivered the adamantite are still here in Charlian, and I for one couldn't be happier. Between the ether burner to be refurbished, supplies to be transported, and meals to be prepared, we need all the assistance we can get. Even Lord Emmanuel has been doing his part, albeit at a snail's pace. Still, it's the thought that counts, but a bit more effort wouldn't go amiss. A bold decision. Leon, I trust you've had a good rest? Yeah. An envoy of Master Fortuno's arrived not long ago with a message. The Loppers have determined Meteon's location. We've been asked to gather at the rostrum. I'll meet you there along with the others. Okay. See you later, Tatara. Apologies to whoever's desk I just landed on. If you would know the reason for this assembly, you had better ask Master Levier. Okay. While the forum is not here in its entirety to brood and glare at us, Master Barnier's presence alone is enough to put me on edge. Not feeling any ill effects from the Aetioscope, are you? After playing test subject for those new Aetherites, even the mention of ether sickness makes me feel a little queasy. I remember that. Good times. How did you sleep? Well, I should hope. It's likely the last opportunity we will have to take a proper rest for quite some time. I probably could have done with a few more winks myself. Ugh. It can be hard to sleep when you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, God. Okay. The thought of what's to come was keeping me awake, you see. Yeah, exactly. So I thought to do a bit of research, hoping I might eventually feel weary enough to doze off. Usually doesn't work, not a good idea. But before I realized it was already morning. Yep, that's how it goes. No need to scold me, I already regret it, and will probably only feel that regret more keenly as the day wears on. We've all been there. I can guarantee you, almost every single person watching this video, and myself, have been there. Since the final days first manifested, we've been tested as never before. Even more so in your case. Nevertheless, our work is far from over. We cannot afford to falter now, not when the end is in sight. We on this? I fear our recent travails within Labyrinthos and the Ethereal Sea have taken their toll on my mind. For last night I received a visitor in my dreams. Moonbreeder. Well, I got Hythlodaeus, so... A vision not of the woman she was, nay, but the woman she would have become. Aww. That's sad. Poor Rionja. Eidolon, the heart of this star, is gone. And yet, on the morrow, the sun will rise and life will go on. When I look upon Charlian and its idyllic surrounds, there are moments when her absence feels unreal, as did the final days. Would that it were so. I don't have those. There it is. Oh, there, buddy. I know you, mister. We all do. Oh, I'm still targeting him. Oops. Gods, I can hardly believe the Loppers managed to find Meteon out there, hidden among the stars. The sheer distances involved are mind-boggling. Hey, you guys are pretty cool. What took this so long? We have much to discuss and scant time to do it. I know. Eventually she'll catch on that we're coming for her. Before coming, I thought to inquire after our comrades abroad. It seems that the effects of the final days have been observed further and further north of Garlemald. For a blessing, those regions are largely uninhabited. But in any event, we mustn't misinterpret this as a geographical spread. There's no telling where in the world the phenomenon will strike next, unfortunately. Oh, thought it was going to be voiced. Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the Lopperids have deduced the whereabouts of Meteon by means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Heidelin herself. Yep, you never found that tracking device on her, did she? Your quarry's location is a place far beyond the moon, in the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, at the edge of creation. A veritable Ultima Thule. Sounds ominous. Indeed. How then are we to reach it? An excellent question. Luckily for you, I have an equally excellent answer. In theory, with its advanced propulsion systems, the moon is capable of delivering you to Ultima Thule, but the myriad other facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the Sea of Stars. Right. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess ether enough to bear so massive a vessel to our destination and back. However, if we integrate our hyper hopper into your ether burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Father, does this mean? Bear in mind, this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Lopperids' proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the Ark to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate to the moon and to resettle on another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Heidelin believed you possessed of the strength needed to overcome this crisis. Oh God. The pressure's really on now. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Heidelin's own making. Therefore, if in the 11th hour she would proffer another means by which we may seek salvation, we would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of this star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Heidelin, in you. The Ark will be made ready for your voyage to Ultima Thule. What of all the people that have labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious. I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on the Magna Glakis. Nor did your instrumental role in orchestrating the delivery of adamantite go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest. Quite the contrary, they have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. They're literally gambling it all on us. Are the Lopperids too willing to abandon the Exodus? Were you not listening when we said we were born of Heidelin's love for Atheris and its people? If it means your survival, we would do anything to help. So there's no backup plan, it's all or nothing, literally. And you'll most certainly have need of our expertise where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life, and otherwise vexing problem our know-how can remedy. Besides, Heidelin chose us to lead the way to Meteon. Why else would she give you a crystal only we can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfectly content to evacuate Atheris until you brought us here, Orionjik. And now we're enamored with the place, so what choice do we have but to save it? Of course. Hear that, buddy? It's your fault. Of course, none of this is possible without you and the Scions. So I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this? We'll avert the final days, whatever it takes. Very well. We shall inform the Forum of your decision and begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the, Hyper Hopper. They would call it that. Little bunny rascals. The Lopperids will coordinate with the Ilsabard contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. For now, pray take your ease. It seems there is naught to do but rest and prepare. Shall we? Let's. We shall. There is much to be done before the Ark can be made ready for your voyage. Would that I could be afforded time to speak with Alpino and Alize. Alas. I can but pray they find a moment of quiet calm before the journey to come. No need to worry about lending a hand with the Hyperhopper. We already have more than enough help, so go and relax while you still can. As you can imagine, not all forum members were willing to endorse this plan. Through no fault of yours, of course. Given what is at stake, it is only natural that opinions are divided. That said, the final decision was reached with an overwhelming majority, much to my surprise. Just wonder how big it was. I wasn't expecting to have time on our hands. What should we do? I should probably get some sleep. Perhaps now I can finish that book I was reading. What? Oh, pay me no mind. I'm sure you have better things to do with the time afforded us. Sure. They bid us rest, but I'd much rather find something productive to do. I know that feeling. I suppose now is as good a time as any to hone my lance. Not that I've ever found it to be dull. Still, it eases my mind on the eve of battle. The Forum hath placed the fate of mankind in our hands. We must not betray their faith. I should very much like to speak with the Loporrits once their work is complete. This plain Hydaelyn has entrusted them with a great deal of knowledge, and I suspect there is more they can teach us. A rare opportunity to rest. I say we make the most of it. In all honesty, I didn't think the Forum would approve this measure, and certainly not by such a large margin. I dare say, though, that Master Fortunel's impassioned recounting of your audience with Hydaelyn helped sway the vote. He has a way with words, after all. Where did you think Alpino got it from? Yeah, like father, like son, then. Oh, I thought this was going to be voiced, too. Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite, though it is difficult to conceive of how one can best prepare to brave a domain where Dynamis governs all. Nevertheless, Hydaelyn deemed us worthy of the trials that await. For lack of any other feasible options at this late stage, let us trust in her judgment and face Meteon as we are. Which leaves the not so small task of coordinating our efforts here to you and to Paru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. And I certainly hope so. We will be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the Dynamis for the better. Yeah. With that settled, we should get some rest and make the most of the time we've been afforded. The meeting's over, is it? You were in there for so long I started to worry. What did they have to say? Well, not that long, actually, but... The Edge of Creation. I see. You gonna make us our level 90 job gear to go there, or what? Rest assured everything will remain in order until you return. And you will return. Damn right we will. Actually, Leon, could I borrow you for a moment? Again. Looks like your plans for the interim are decided. When the two of you have finished, meet us back at the Baldessian Annex, alright? Come with me to the Agora. I have something to show you. Welcome, Leon, to the Taru's boutique. I called it. I've always done my best to provide the Scions with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. Not that I'm playing favorites, but you are the Warrior of Light. Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've created before, and that I wouldn't be able to do it alone. And so, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally completed my career-defining masterpiece. But then inspiration struck, and I saw a golden opportunity just begging to be seized. With the help of some Thavnaran refugees, I decided to set up shop here in Charlian. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works. Perish the thought. Barsarida? My god, that name. How are things coming along? Everything is in order, Mistress Tataru. We'll be ready to open shortly. Excuse me. Which is why I brought you here, to be our very first patron. Would you mind waiting here a moment longer? Okay. If you could wait here just for a short while longer, we'll have everything up and running in no time. The following event cannot be skipped. Alright. Ah, I did not expect to find you here. What's up with that guy? Oh shit! I imagine Nidana would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon scales to the engineers, she remained to assist with their work on the ether burner. This simulacrum too will stay in Charlian while I oversee matters in Ratatan. It is a rather convenient means to keep abreast of developments pertaining to the final days or anything else. It also allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land. Indeed. Barshan, I was hoping you'd stop by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique. Please, it is I who should be thanking you. This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You have blessed them with newfound purpose and a means by which to support themselves in these troubled times. What's more, when they at last return home to Ratatan, the experience and knowledge they have gained in your employ will no doubt prove a boon to the artistry and commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in, and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It's an opportunity for me as well, believe you me. Your artisans have taught me so much about Thavnaran craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with. I pray you success in your endeavors, Mistress Tataru. Before coming here, I heard word of the forum's decision, of what will soon be attempted. It was only then that I finally understood why my father called this star the last bastion of hope. Yeah? Indeed, it was the last bastion, for the flame of every other star he encountered had likely been extinguished. Yeah, that's what I was saying the other few streams ago, yeah. In the boundless dark, the light of brimming life must have been blinding in its splendor. You journey into the heavens to protect that light. May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail and restore peace and tranquility to this star. Well, you probably found life nowhere else except from where Omega's creators came from, that attacked him and his planet. Would that Achewan were alive to see it. I will not see his sacrifice squandered, nor shall I rest until Ratatan is returned to its former glory. Okay. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well, and remember, the people of this star have not yet given up hope, and neither must you. What a wave. Ugh, where must I go to get a meal with some flavor in this wasteland of taste? Uh-oh, who's this? Emanuel? Leon, old boy! My, whatever are you doing here? A new boutique, you say? I've been meaning to expand my wardrobe. Yeah, something with a little more flair, perhaps. Perhaps befitting a man of my station. Though I have nowhere to flaunt said raiment so long as my confinement continues indefinitely. I, the young Lord Porton, insists that so long as there is work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here in Charlian. Thus do I toll, though every fiber of my being rails against it. Why, I have even suffered the company of that brute Sicard to see supplies transported in a timely fashion. Yet he was the one granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation. So I suffer instead for his otherwise welcome absence, now burdened with extra busy work. And without Honorah there is no one to prepare my meals. I came here in the hopes of finding a nice cafe, perhaps. Alas, the Charlian delicacies I've sampled were lacking in every respect. Well, if a hearty meal's what you're after, I'd suggest the Last Stand. A cafe over on the pier? Their cuisine didn't appear all that appetizing, but if you vouch for their cooking, then perhaps I will give it a try. Thank you for the suggestion, and ta-ta for now, old boy. Well, well, is that Leon and Tataru I spy? Hancock.
Dylan!
Hancock? What are you still doing here? You said you were returning immediately after dropping off your cargo. Yes, that was my original plan. After all, any expertise required aside from the delivery of goods is well beyond my purview. But what manner of entrepreneur would squander an opportunity to study the markets of the northern seas? Worry not, I will return straightways to Kugane once I have finished. Of course you would find a way to turn this crisis to your advantage. She wounds me, the industrious woman running a new boutique. I am not blind to the travails of those who fight on the front lines to deliver us from ruin. Indeed, I have every confidence they will succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return. If you believe in them so devoutly, then why not put your money where your mouth is? Fair enough, Tataru, fair enough. There is not more I can do to help ready the Ark and her heroes for their maiden voyage, but on your return I shall host a grand celebration in your honor at the Bokairo Inn. Accommodations are quite costly given the reputation of said establishment, but the East Aldenard Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. Will there be lemon cake? You might win me over. Oh-ho! A man of tart tastes, I see. I do like them. Yes, there will be lemon cakes and much, much more. The finest delicacies the world and Lord Lolorito have to offer. You might win me over then. But I'll be up for it. If I survive my brush with death and save the entire fucking universe. But let us speak more of this upon your return, lest I draw even more of Tataru's ire. Until next we meet. Her glare. Those dagger eyes. Ah, Leon. Decided to spend your time at the markets, did you? Who this? Oh, Biggs and Mudge. Tataru! Still crushing on her? Biggs, Wedge! I take it work on the Ark proceeds apace? Aye, it does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Charlian and Razatan has been a rewarding experience. And that's to say nothing of what we've learned from the Leopards. The Ark is unlike anything we've ever had the pleasure to work on. Even Nero was rendered speechless on more than one occasion. I can't wait for you to see it. Looking forward to it. And you'll never guess who paid us a visit before we came to Charlian. Alpha! I think he sensed the coming danger and returned to check on us. He was always one to turn up in a time of need, and I suppose that's why he decided to join us here in our Charlian. Good thing, too. I don't know how he does it, but he has a knack for brightening your day just by being there. He's pretty cute. Still hard to believe we have the means to send you off into the great expanse, though. To the farthest known reaches of... well, everything. I never thought I'd live to see such marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the Scions are the catalyst that sparks the need for these great innovations. To think how much I'd have missed out on had I not been a member of the Ironworks. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked like a cart chocobo. So that's what he was saying. They finally revealed it. Ha! There is that too. As busy as we've been, I wish there was more we could do for you, Leon. But no matter what happens, we have to keep believing. For a brighter future. One filled with even more adventure. Hell yeah. When you head back, would you tell the engineers I'll be along shortly with refreshments? That's very kind of you, Tataru. They'll be glad to hear it. And on that note, Wedge and I should get going. Fill a few more supplies together before we return. Oh, didn't even wave. God, she's looking at all confused. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right this way, if you please. Okay. With pleasure, milady. Right. I don't believe the two of you have been formally introduced. This is Varsarada from Palaka Stan. Why does she look very familiar, though? I think we have met. I was like, wait a minute, haven't we met before? I sort of heard her name and, you know, where we met, but, yeah, where she's from, I mean. Ah, yes. It was you who helped us at Purusha, and again when crossing the ice fields, was it not? I doubt we exchanged little more than glances then, but it is kind of you to remember me. I remember your name, too. Thanks to Mistress Tataru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It's only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity. In such times we must look to one another for strength and succor. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Thavnir, but we are here today and are glad to have contributed to the cause. And contribute they did, by helping to make your new garments as durable as possible. We put our hearts and souls into them, and I have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come. I'm looking forward to it, Thor. Gods, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings at the Waking Sand. From the rising stones to the falling snows, and even a certain insufferable someone's ruby bazaar, we were always fortunate to find friends along the way. Hancock, yeah. Even when you were swept away to the first, Grahatia was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Aww. Yours has been a long, long journey, and I've been privileged to watch, often with bated breath, as you've persevered time and again. Excuse me, for all the joy we've shared, there's been much sorrow as well. But I've long since learned you can't have one without the other. This is true, yeah. Which is why I promised to send you off to the Sea of Stars with a smile. And you can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return. I'll hold you to that. Don't forget to pick up your clothes from Varasadra before you leave. They were expertly tailored just for you. Varsarada. Or Varsaruda. Jesus, it's hard to say. In addition to your new ensemble, we have raiment and weaponry for every need. So please, feel free to browse our stock. Don't mind if I do, milady. You may now obtain job-specific gear from Varsarud. Oh my god, I cannot say it. Varsaruda. The weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 89. However, all item stats will be subject to item level sync. Upon reaching level 90 with the corresponding job, these items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed upon completion of the role quests associated with said jobs. That's an interesting way they put it. They don't want you to have to travel back here after getting to like level 90 wherever we're going, you know? That's nice of them. They downsync it so you can actually wear it at level 89. I like that. Lightbringer. Yep, that's the one, alright. Hero's Shield. Reveren's Coronet. Reveren's Cuirass. Reveren's Gauntlets. Reveren's Skirt. Reveren's Solarets. And that's it. I think I'll get the rest when I get back, probably. I don't want to fill up my armor chest. Yeah. Shoes, legs, hands, body, head, sword and shield. Alright then. Okay, let's prepare our shit and go put this in the glamour dresser so we can actually wear it. Dun, 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 dun. Ready for a nap. There it is. Right on, it works. Now, which glamour plate should I replace? Actually, I'll just take the 13th slot. Yeah, sure, why not? I got nothing there. Actually, I thought about an outfit I might put there eventually. Maybe the 14th then. It kind of fits in its own way. Alright, I'll make the outfit when I get back. I'm taking an early break on this one, folks. Surprise, motherfuckers!
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah. Yeah, it's been an hour. Usually I take a break at 2, but, special circumstances. So I will be back. I'll be honest, it's a bit of a lunch break, so about 30 minutes. And when I get back, we'll see our new outfit. So yeah, BRB.